Welcome back. Spurn and Chris Andrade. This will be what, third episode?
Episode 3.
Episode 3.
Yep. We're not drunk today.
We're not. No, we were last night.
Yeah, it's the middle of the day. We were going to film last night, but we got, so excited about Just Cause 2 that we couldn't do it. And we passed out after that. But
we did destroy plenty of Stolichnaya vodkas, which I consider the imperial czar of all vodkas. Nothing else can compare. So this is Stolichnaya.
Even though we're not actually drinking it today, so we apologize for that.
We did drink plenty of it last night, though.
Yeah, we did.
So it is sort of the de facto. It's actually the de facto liquor sponsor, I think, of this apartment, at least for me.
Yeah, for him. That and Jaeger.
Yeah.
Okay, and with that, we're reviewing Final Fantasy XIII today for the PS3 because it looks better on the PS3. So hopefully in the next 10 minutes I can cram my 70-hour review of the game. Are you going to drop those over there?
I don't like Final Fantasy, so my input will be very limited, and what input I will offer will mostly be bashing it.
Yep.
So I'm going to just flourish in the meantime.
Or attempt to, anyhow. I'm okay with that. Anyway. The thing is, the thing I hate about most reviews is, honestly, what people care about the most is the number that they're given. Is it given a 6 out of 10, a 5 out of 10? People want to know that the most, so I'm just going to start off the bat, let you know my overall. Yesterday it was actually an 8 out of 10, but after listing out some cons and talking about it for about half an hour, I decided that it probably deserves more like 7. Perhaps a 6.5. I'm gonna go with 7.
I think there's two ways you could review it, though. You could review it as a Final Fantasy fan, you could review it in general.
I'm gonna do it in general. I don't want to do it as a biased Final Fantasy fan, because if I did that, it'd still be 11.
Okay.
But in general, I'm gonna go with probably like a 7, maybe a 7.5. And there go my cards over the floor.
I'm sorry.
Fantastic. Was that your card?
I tried the bridge, and I destroyed the bridge.
Yeah,
it kept falling down.
You did.
Anyhow, I don't mean to distract you. I'll pick these up.
Anyhow, so here's some of the pros of Final Fantasy XIII. First off, the graphics are amazing. This is actually the intro video going on right now. It's got some of the best graphics I've ever seen in a video game.
I will agree with that.
Hands down.
Just watching this right now, I will agree.
It's gorgeous. The other thing I like is I like the characters. I enjoy the music, though it's not some of the best music I've heard in a Final Fantasy game. For those of you that love Nobuo Uematsu, he is not the composer in this game. He has nothing to do with the music in this game. I cannot remember who does, but it's definitely not him. I apologize for that.
I'm back.
The story of the game is pretty solid, but it's rather confusing if you don't actually read the information they give you, which I know a lot of you may not. I was hesitant to do so. Then the story's going to be incredibly confusing.
I'm just going to fuck that thing up, whatever it is.
Dude, she's blowing it up.
The
sound effects are great. The explosions are great. I enjoyed the battle system.
Does it look like this in the actual game?
It looks fantastic.
The only time I've seen this thing actually in play was on Mike's standard def.
Yeah, you'll see it here in just a minute. The battle system was wonderful. I thought it was very intricate. The downside is it's way too simple. Way too simple. I hate the idea of fighting a difficult boss and beating it and feeling like a 3-year-old could have done the same thing.
Almost fell out of my chair.
Yeah. Are you sure you're not drunk?
You're sure, I'm positive.
Okay. Some of the cons of the game, the villains suck. Like, the overall villains, nothing like Seymour from 10 or, Sephiroth from 7. You have no emotional connection to them whatsoever. You hear the name of the final boss several times. You even fight a guy 3 times in the game. You have no connection. You don't even care. Every time you fight him, you're just like, whatever. I mean, it's just another battle for the most part. Some of the other big issues, 20-hour linear gameplay. That's probably the hugest thing. You're going to hear that in every review you see of this game. And granted, I don't consider it any more linear than, say, Final Fantasy X, but at least in 10 you were going different places. 13, you were in the same general area. Cocoon is the name of it.
Mostly the controller going
Yep. You were in the same area pretty much the entire game.
I like this black guy's afro. I could just say that. I'm liking the black guy's afro.
Racy black guy. You were pretty much in Cocoon for the first 20 hours, and then when you do get down to, open world where you can run around a little bit, it's very limited. There's a few side quests here and there, but nothing like some of the other Final Fantasy games. The other issues I have, there's no ultimate quest to get the best weapons. Doesn't happen. They have a really crazy weapon upgrade system. At first it seems fantastic, but in the end it's really obnoxious. There's not one specific weapon for each person that is phenomenal across the board. It doesn't happen. It's more balanced, and I hate that.
For real.
Yep, tutorial. It's going to walk you through how to do everything.
The tutorial.
Oh, the one thing, the menus in this game are gorgeous. I love all the menus. When you go into the menu to, like, you know, just pick your characters and stuff like that, it looks beautiful.
Characters perform actions.
The other thing I like, you can pass 10,000 HP in this game. Some of my characters are breaching 26,000 HP. It took a long time for me to get to that. I've put a good 70 hours into the game. I've already beaten it twice. I don't know why I beat it twice, but I did.
Did I not hit him?
No, you didn't hit him. It's an active battle system. The enemy will not wait for you to pick something. If you decide not to pick something, it won't. As Brandon, I mean, as you can see, you're just hitting auto battle every time. Does that not feel simple? It's doing everything.
Yeah, but I'm not enjoying it. I mean, it's really just one
so simple, right? And you only control the main character of the party leader. He has 2 people in his party right now. The other person, the black guy, he just kind of followed along with whatever he thought was a good idea.
I'm not a big fan of that, actually.
Yeah, it felt really simple at times. So the villains suck. I mean, overall it was a good game, but they definitely had their flaws in it.
I mean, it looks, personally to me, like, I'm going to say this kind of objectively, because, I mean, I tried to play 7, you tried to get me to play 7, and honestly, I just couldn't get with that whole menu system. This one doesn't seem to have a menu system. My problem with this one is, just from what I've seen so far,
it's too simple.
Yeah, I mean, the presentation is great. I will say that I'm enjoying this, whatever this, I wish I could hear it. But, you know, that would kind of jive with the, what's going on there on the screen. But, you know, for me, I just beat something by pushing the button about 8 times, the X button. And I don't know, maybe some people get off on that and enjoy that. I kind of have a little bit more, like to have a little bit more user input.
Yeah. The other thing that's different about this Final Fantasy is there's no romantic plot. A lot of Final Fantasy games have romantic plot between some of the main characters.
For women.
I love the romantic plots in some of the
I want to auto-battle the shit out of you. Oh my god, you're getting auto-battled.
In this one there is a romantic plot, but it's kind of already in existence before the game starts. The other thing people have an issue with is the main character, Lightning. She's a very dull character compared to some of the other Final Fantasy characters. She doesn't say too much. She's kind of...
Is there any way to not auto-battle? Like,
you can pick... See, that's the thing. You can go down to abilities and pick attack as many times you want, but you see the time difference it takes to pick an attack, and then you have to hit X again. You see the time difference it takes to pick an attack and then do it, versus hitting auto-battle, hitting X twice.
Where are we up to? Are we up to about 10 minutes?
I don't know yet.
Well, I can blitz the shit out of this thing. Oh my god, you're getting done.
Blitzing isn't going to do much more. You're almost dead.
Why am I almost dead? Die!
But, I mean, all in all, it's a great game. I wouldn't pay full price for it. I really wouldn't, and it's really a shame. I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan, having waited 3-4 years for this game in particular. They did some new things. They went out on a lim and really tried some new things, but all in all...
Oh, 5 stars, look at that. I don't even play Final Fantasy, and I got 5 stars.
It's so, I don't know, they really tried hard, but it fell short in several different regions, and you're going to see that with a lot of other reviews that you read. Some people rate it really high, some people rate it really low. I think the people that rate it really high are being very biased because of the fact that it has Final Fantasy attached to the game.
To be honest, I mean, if I could say my general opinions for having played exactly 5 minutes of this, it does seem to fix what I had problems with the other Final Fantasies. Like, I'm not a big fan of menus. I'm really not. You know, I like having some sort of action control. This seems to be a bit more fast-paced. It just seems simple to me.
Unfortunately, that is true in one aspect, but when you get later onto the game and you spend a lot of time going through upgrading your characters and switching out, you know, special classes and stuff, you're going to spend a lot of time in the menus. But I mean, overall, that's my review of Final Fantasy XIII. I give it a 7, 7.5, somewhere around that range. Again, don't pay full price for it, unless you are such a huge Final Fantasy fan like myself that you go to midnight launches for it. Otherwise, wait till it gets, you know, put on the shelves as a used game, get it, beat it, and then take it back in for the full store crediting.
Well,
and with that
what are we going to do next time? What do you think we should do?
Oh, man.
Dude, you should play through Red Faction Guerrilla.
Yeah, we'll probably do Red Faction. There's Just Cause that we have to play. We could do Rainbow Six Vegas. That's a fantastic game we could do together, actually.
But it's so old, though.
It doesn't matter. We got it.
So
we got Rainbow
old.
Six.
They're going to be such snobs about it.
Yeah, we got Rainbow Six Vegas 2 again today, which we've loved and played, and we're going to go home and play. I'm going to go home and play with Brent tonight. It's going to be great.
Change the control scheme.
Yep.
Inverted.
And with that,
I think inverted.
Okay. With that, I think we're gonna bring it to a close. So next time, probably another video game review. We're not really sure. We kind of just pick and choose what we're doing. But yeah, that's my review of 13, and we'll see you guys next time.